LeBron, 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 whatever your middle name is, James. It's his last chance. It's his last opportunity. This is LeBron's last chance to prove once and for all he's the undisputed greatest player of all time. I'm not going to bash LeBron. I'm not going to hate LeBron. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just putting into perspective all the things he loses if he does not win the NBA championship this year. LeBron James is 36 years old, people. We cannot pretend like he's going to just be this and be what he is or what he was last year until he's 45, because he's not. He's slowing down. The report came out. He said he might never be 100% ever again in his career. Some people think he was like, just, I guess not being fully honest, but he was being honest. It's hard. 18 years, 36. Who else could come back 100% after, all that, running around, leading the league in minutes, leading the league in miles ran and all that? Of course, he was bound to slow down. But this year specifically, the Lakers, they need to win. They need to at this point. Dennis Schroeder, he might leave. He already declined the extension. And one thing that I found interesting was, I remember there was a report came out during the offseason, and it said that Dennis Schroeder didn't want to join the Lakers or the Clippers. And a lot of people kind of brushed past that until they forgot that he got traded there like a month after that. So it didn't really matter, but I always kept that in mind. Obviously, you know that he declined the what is it called, extension. I think Shooter's gone, man. And once Shooter is gone, who else does this team have? I was gonna make a video. Now I remember. I was gonna make a THT video talking about, the Lakers declined to trade for Kyle Lowry, not because THT is that guy. They didn't want Kyle Lowry. They don't feel like they need him. What they're trying to do is run up his value even more, making Geos around. Oh, they won't trade that guy for Kyle Lowry? Oh, so I'm probably going to add in some more stuff. That guy must be nice. He's not. He's overrated. Lakers fans are crazy, so acting like this is some future superstar. THT at best, will be like, maybe a above average starter. He's not an all-star. He's not none of that. They're just trying to drive up his value as much as possible so they can get the best player available. LeBron knows his end. It's coming to an end, man. He knows it's coming to an end, and this season is a make or break season. I don't know what's going on. He's hurt. He's been hurt. AD's been hurt. The whole Lakers been hurt. It's just kind of like almost like a weird fit in a way, because LeBron and AD being out so long that they're kind of used to this certain system. Now they're back, and now they're still trying to like get used to some things. And it's crazy because the Lakers might not even make the playoffs. Like, that's the craziest thing. I think they're the 6th seed right now, might be the 7th seed or something like that. I doubt they lose to the Warriors in a playing game. I doubt they lose to the Spurs in a playing game. But at the same time, there is a good chance that they don't make the playoffs. And even if they do, now they could be facing the Suns. They could be facing the Jazz. They could be facing even the Clippers in the first round. And, when LeBron and AD's hurt, and they're still trying to, like, get back into the swing of things, those are not the teams you really want to be seeing in the first round, especially when you don't even have the chemistry together since they've been out for so many games. It's a lot of things that can go wrong with this season. And honestly, man, if LeBron could somehow beat the Suns, beat the Jazz, beat the Clippers, make it to the finals, beat the Nets, and somehow, some way, I'll do the Stephen A. and I'll bow down to the king. I'll get King James tattooed on my forehead if LeBron could somehow pull that off. I'm not gonna like make any excuses and call the Lakers trash and none of that. You still have a top 5 power forward in the NBA. You still have the quote unquote GOAT. You have one of the statistically best rebounders in the league. You have the reigning 6th man of the year and the 6th man runner-up. You have the bodies. It's just, if you could put it all together, this is your last chance. It's their last chance. I don't know. They don't have money. A lot of people act like they're like sign Kawhi. It's not happening. They don't have money. They signed 80 to the max. LeBron, really showing how humble he is by signing that, what was it, 2 year, $40 million extension. And, so they have basically no flexibility when it comes to cap room. So this is basically their team. Maybe they can add maybe Derrick Rose or something in the offseason. So don't be expecting no max players to go on the team, because they don't got no more max player spots. Yeah, man. LeBron has to really turn up, man. He has to really, go out and be the king, whatever. All those, I'm going to call them empty stats that he put up on those terrible Cavs teams that only made it to the finals because of how terrible the East is. Let's see if he could do it now. Let's see if he could do it against actual good teams and not just trash teams that, had just no chance because he's LeBron at the end of the day. It's going to be interesting to see, especially because it really could be his last chance, his last dance. It's crazy to say that because, it's LeBron at the end of the day. You never really think that it would be over, but it very well can be over. I know AD's going to be here long term, but even he is in question. His health, can he stay healthy? And, it's a really interesting thing to follow. I think they're going to lose Trez this offseason. Obviously, Marcus Gasol's not going to be there. Drummond might come back, but honestly, is Drummond really even a positive in today's NBA? That's a question mark. The Lakers have a lot of things that they need to figure out. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with it. It's going to be interesting to see how LeBron deals with it, and if this is really it. Because I think it is. Again, it's time. It's time to put up or shut up. He wants his damn respect and all that. He's the greatest player of all time. It's time to prove it. If he could do it, then hey, man, I'll be the first one to say it. LeBron James is the GOAT. If he can't, it's time to really start thinking that this guy's even better than Kobe. This guy's even better than Tim Duncan. Maybe that sounds crazy. But, it would be time to think about it, because last year was a question mark. His, Ray Allen saving him is a question mark. Baby Thunder is a question mark. 2016 is a question mark. Iggy hurt. Draymond suspended. I'm not even going to get into that. But this is the 1 year. This is a year where he, it's put up or shut up time. I get, you know what? He even has another excuse that he was hurt. But, it's time for LeBron to actually show that he could actually go out there and win a championship on some normal circumstances. And, it's going to be interesting to see. I rambled. I kind of repeated myself a lot. But those are just my little 2 cents. Hope you liked the video. I'll see y'all later. If it's a daytime, have a good day. If it's nighttime, have a good night. All that. Bye.